Yo, what it do, what it is, everybody. Thanks for tuning in to the Day by Day podcast for your Day by Day broadcast. I am your host, Day Day. I have two special co-hosts with me today, two very close friends. To the right of me, to the left of y'all, we're going to start with the centerpiece of the show for today, Marissa. What it do?
Hello.
Hello to all. And to the right of her, right of her, left to y'all, we got that boy Ed, aka Ed Giggity.
What it do?
So before we continue, I'd like to remind everybody to hit subscribe, whether you're listening on your respective podcast platform, whether it be Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, whatever. It's like 12 stations this thing is on. Make sure that you hit subscribe. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure that you hit subscribe. I also like to give a shout out to our engineer and producer of this whole shebang, Sauce Boy. SOSSBOI, who's also a music producer. So if you're an up-and-coming artist in the DMV area or anywhere for that matter, since everything is so, remote controlled nowadays, go ahead and get at him on Instagram, SOSSBOI. So today, ladies and gentlemen, this episode is brought to you by the streets, because that's where we at today, right? Which is why I have the two guests that I have with me today. So like I said, this is the streets, and we're going to do things a little unorthodox this episode. So, took it to Instagram, took it to the streets, took it to social media, with suggestions on ideas and topics this week. And you guys did a great job of doing that, feeding me with some good stuff to talk on. And if you're not following me on Instagram, make sure that you do so. Day by Day Podcast, DAIBYDAI Podcast, or my personal profile at Day 2x DAI_TWOTIMES. So, took it to IG, asked, some topics on what would like to be discussed involving the streets. And when I say the streets, for those who don't know, I'm not talking literally the streets, click, clack, bang, bang, skeet, all that. I'm talking, toxic shit, long story short. So, starting with Ed, I brought you here because you actually are a future podcaster, correct?
Yes, sir.
You like to get your own thing going pretty soon, right?
Hey, man, I'm going to get some cooking up soon, man.
Yeah, I mean, you got the green screen, you got the mics. I seen you doing some, slight snippets. So it's moving in the right direction.
Hey, man, appreciate that. Yeah, we're going to get something moving real quick, real soon.
Not only that, but I mean, listen, for those who know you and follow you, know that you're knee deep in the streets. You a wild boy. Look at you. You got the jersey. You got the jersey. You brought what jersey is that?
That's the K9, baby.
The K9.
K9.
You brought the dog out. Was that Air Bud?
That's Air Bud, baby. Air Bud.
You know what I'm saying? So you're a perfect spokesman of the streets, which is why I have you here. And Marissa, you're a former podcaster and soon to be bringing back the podcast, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So what was the name of the podcast that you did have, and how was that going?
Our podcast was called Fried Chicken and Lo Mein. It was me and my best friend. We're working on rebranding and bringing it back. We stopped for a while, but we're trying to get it up and back going. So, yeah.
Believe me, I completely know how that is. During COVID, I stopped for like 5 months.
Yeah.
But, y'all was speaking on topics at hand that we're going to discuss today, which was like, oh, this is perfect. Not only that, so when I set this up, was it like a week or two ago, it came to my attention that you two also had a respectable debate on Twitter. And don't get me, I'm not here to instigate, I'm here to facilitate, you know what I'm saying? So like, I really had no idea, like we just gonna slightly cover. What was the debate about?
I'll go. So basically, someone tweeted something speaking on black men and black women, and basically they were talking about black women commenting on black men who voted for Trump. And I basically said that, the black men who are responding to this tweet are more concerned about black women commenting versus the actual point of the tweet, which is black men voting for Trump.
Mm-hmm.
And then Eddie gave me his opinion on Twitter.
I just try to give an overview of the whole situation.
Look, now he trying.
I'm gonna call it an overview. You know what I'm saying? Speaking for everybody, that's all I did. Me and Mercy had some good dialect.
Okay.
Other people try to tune in with it, but
Yeah, I was just curious. I remember y'all talking about. I just didn't see it at the moment, so I was just curious about it. But no, that's what's up. But besides that, last time I seen y'all two in person that I can think of was either the grad party from a summer and a half ago, or
I think mine might have been Christmas Eve last year, maybe.
I might have been on Finney because I don't remember it.
that grad party. Oh man.
Yeah, so ever since then I have not been I haven't been as strong on Henny. Like everyone know, before that I was a Henny monster. I was all that. Ever since the grad party, I blacked out. For those who don't know, like I legit blacked out.
Oh.
It was over the summer.
Yeah.
It was like the hottest day of the fucking year. And I was
You
off of
weren't good.
all Henny, no food, no water. I took shots every time somebody pulled up. And next thing I know, I woke up at like 2 a.m. on my grandmother's couch with one shoe on with throw up on my sock, confused out of my goddamn mind.
Anything is possible, baby.
And yeah, I was upset. I mean, shit, you're a spokesman of Henny too. You stay with the Henny.
Hey, you know what I'm
you
saying?
be
Henny and
mixing.
Patron.
Yeah, you be mixing. It ain't just Henny no more with you.
Listen,
What's the latest concoction?
Look, my latest concoction is the Henny and Jose Cuervo Strawberry Margarita, Red Dragon. It'll take
Wait.
you where you need to go. It's called the Red Dragon. Take you where
Red
you need to
Dragon.
go.
Wait, Henny and Jose strawberry margarita mix?
Yep.
It actually don't sound too bad. It's alcohol and margarita mix, ain't it?
Yeah, so it's a
tiny
Jose
bit.
Cuervo Strawberry Margarita already mixed.
Oh, I know
It's
what you're
already
talking
mixed. Go ahead and
You
get that
mix
in
it
the
with the
store.
Henny. That actually doesn't sound-
$15.99 is cool. Go to Start and Eat.
That actually don't sound too bad.
Yeah.
But still, you're a wild boy. Tell them about the Blue Lagoon.
Oh,
Because
Blue Lagoon.
that's your baby right there for real.
Yeah.
So a little Henny, a little Patron, and a splash of that tropical punch, Everfresh.
This
Blue
nigga
Lagoon.
just said Henny and Patron.
Take you where you need to go. I tell you what, take you to the king, wherever you want to go.
Listen, I must be a peasant. I ain't ready for that life. All right, so before we get into the nitty gritty of things, I'd like to give a shout out to the official sponsor of the Day by Day podcast, which is Fat Daddy's Barbecue with a PH, not a F. So listen, what was it, a week ago during the fight with Mike Tyson and Roy Jones and Logan Paul and Nate, which we ain't going to speak on. For the culture, we ain't going to speak on that too much. The event was catered by Fat Daddy Barbecue Cooking, right? Which is Southern style cooking for those who don't know. And I don't eat pork, but he had ribs. He had a big ass tray of ribs. And who am I to, turn that down? I don't eat pork, right? What do you say? But I'm not a rapper. I don't eat pork, but these were the best ribs I've ever had. It was fall off the bone. Like literally, I've never had ribs like this in my life. They were so good. Also had macaroni and baked chicken, all that. So he does the whole 9 yards. And I've been eating this food my whole life, and it's just getting better like fine wine. So like I said, this is Fat Daddy's Barbecue and Catering with a PH instead of an F. Go ahead and follow him on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. He's all over. And if you really want to see what he's about, then you can catch up with him every Sunday from 11 to 5 p.m. at Blackwater Distillery and Tavern in Stevenson, Maryland. And for more information, go ahead and look him up on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram. He has all his information on all his pop-ups. Just like last week, he did a pop-up like right outside the Bay Bridge. Before that, he was somewhere in PG County. So he's all over the DMV area, ladies and gentlemen. So just make sure that you follow him on Instagram, see where he's going to be at, pull up on him, and just see for yourself. He makes it all. Brisket, ribs, pulled pork, pulled chicken, macaroni, whatever. Just pull up on him, and he's year round. So you ain't got to wait for the summertime to get that good barbecue food up in you. Now, what are we in, December, right? I'll be losing track of the days now. So we're in December. It's officially the holiday season. So we're going to start off like this. Let me ask y'all this. Christmas is coming up. Let's talk gift expectations, right? One of the questions I got was, gift expectations on someone you're dealing with, whether it's serious, kind of serious, whatever. what's your opinions on, gift expectations on someone you're dealing with, and let's say exclusively, you know what I mean? Like y'all really feeling each other. Y'all may not have a title, but someone you're dealing with. Let's talk about gifts in the holiday season, because I mean it's gonna come up.
You can go.
I say it like this: somebody you definitely exclusive with, you want to establish, okay, we can try to do gifts this year, but you want to put a limit on everything. Everything should have, have a limit to it. So
it's levels.
Yeah, but I just say it like that, and you just want to make sure you get them something that that's really decent, maybe something of value, something that they might have sent you. That's why I like to keep.
Are you getting any gifts this year?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Sneaky,
please.
Yeah. So I can't speak on what I'm getting, but something's coming.
Yeah.
I'm a last minute shopper.
Alright, sneaky giggity.
Yeah,
What you think about it, Rissa?
I guess it depends, because like you said, if it's exclusive, then I guess something is better than nothing. But I think it's worth talking about. Like,
Word. So what if it's not exclusive? What if y'all like each other, y'all dealing with each other, y'all never had that talk on we're exclusive? You know what I mean? But y'all feeling each other, obviously.
Yeah. Well, I think you should definitely bring it up. And if it doesn't come up, then, like, something is better than nothing. But I'm not saying, like, if you haven't had that talk and you guys don't know if you're exclusive, or you don't know, like, if you just haven't had that talk yet, don't go get him, like, a PS5 and you're going to get, like, a gift card to Bath and Body Works. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good point. Because if you get, it's all about, like you said, it's all about the limit on the gift.
Yeah.
Because if you get something exceeding, someone may take that and run with it, take advantage of it. Okay, I respect that. Yeah, I completely agree. It depends on the severity of your relationship, for one. And then just like the limit, because you can get, like, I've done something subtle to where, I was dealing with a girl, and I got her I was in Hershey Park, and I got a big ass Hershey Kiss, which was like $6.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't crazy expensive, but it was cool enough to the point.
And she appreciated it.
Right. Absolutely.
Okay. Yeah.
Now that, is different than if I would have got her like some jewelry or some shit. And I'm like, oh.
And if you didn't talk about it, something small.
Yeah. And that's why I did it. Like, so you're saying, yeah. And I was ready to say that. So a surprise is good for you. Okay. So you're saying, like, if a surprise, something subtle, you're cool with that. But what if it was like what if, you know what I'm saying, you're in a situation, Marissa, and you get surprised with something a little more than you expected? Are you kind of like surprised in a good way by that? Or you like, oh, bro, you got too much dip on your chip?
I feel like I've been in this situation before. And I don't like big surprises like that if we haven't talked about it. But that's just me. That's a little, to me, it's just a little off-putting. Like,
you like a cool surprise.
Yeah. So, like, if we're, like, talking and we're not, like, exclusive yet, I'll get you something. It's not going to be, like, a big something. But if you come to me with a big something, I'm going to be like, well, damn, I didn't really think it was like that. It's a little weird. But some people might find that, like, good.
Yeah.
I was about to say, y'all doing gifts this year? Y'all put me on the spot. I got to put y'all on the spot now.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay.
What they want.
Perhaps. So, speaking of gifts, let me ask y'all this. It's Sagittarius season, aka goat season. So Lil Baby birthday just passed.
Ooh.
And he was gifted by his main squeeze, his girl. I don't know what the situation is, but what she get him? Richard Millie, right?
Yeah.
Let's rewind. Before that, Moneybag. What did Ari give him?
Did she get him a car?
Yeah,
some type of car. It's always okay. A Maybach. Yeah. She got him a Maybach.
Yeah.
Okay, we can rewind a little bit before that. He got her for her birthday, what, a lamb truck?
Yeah, the lamb truck, yeah.
Offset got Cardi a lamb truck. Herbo got his girl. So it's, it all trickles down. But it always seems like whenever something like that happens, expectations for B-Day presents from significant others kind of go up. So the celebrities kind of, are they fucking up birthday gift expectations by people from, lower tax brackets, to say the less, like us? Do y'all think? Or are people just completely just blowing it out of proportion?
I think some people are really blowing it out of proportion.
Yeah, me too.
And a lot of people that are blown out of proportion is the people that don't got it. So, and I'm talking about, like, this not even like, having like a little bit. I'm talking about just like the bare minimum.
Yeah.
Like, where you can at least get a little something, you know, you go to Pandora, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you gotta cash out and do all this. I mean, I done it before. I mean, but it's just, you know, no. I'm not talking like 20K. I'm not.
But you're saying something nice.
Yeah, something
that
nice.
You could afford and still not be hitting the head off of.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So it, like I said, it just all depends on the situation and who you with.
And it's just social media too, because I mean, celebrities been getting their significant others big things. The only difference is now that we see it. It's more accessible. You know what I'm saying? And kind of like Ed was saying, there's no reason to compare yourself, because at the end of the day, I mean, you don't have their money.
Yeah, I mean, people,
especially at this age.
Yeah, like, yo, some people really, like, you know, expect maybe not a G-Wagon, but something crazy, like.
Yeah.
And of course, you know, it wouldn't be a day-by-day episode without my dog interrupting. So not only that, we're getting towards the end of the year. Like I said, it's holiday season, December. Not only that, towards the end of the year, I noticed that a lot of people were posting their top artists played in the year of 2020. Did you do yours, Marissa?
No.
Ed?
What are they doing on Spotify?
Yes, so it's Spotify and Apple. So Apple, it's a website, if I'm not mistaken, that you go to. Mine was I've listened to the same shit. It's like Griselda, Freddie Gibbs, nothing special with mine. Ed, interestingly, I saw yours.
Okay.
I saw your top artists. So can you share with the people who your top artists of 2020 were?
Hey man, first one was Rod Wave, Conversations in the Dark, man.
Okay.
His home sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you know. You might get done dirty. You going through a little something. Hey, Rod Wave will get you through. That's what I wake up to in the morning.
So I'm not fully on the Rod Wave. Like I listen to like 2 songs. I think it's the Trenches joint. Is he? I don't know. But so like, what type of music does he? You saying it gets you through? Like, what does he speak on?
It's some real like
is it some Drake shit? Like, what are we talking?
Nah, it's some like rock bottom shit.
Word.
Yeah, but
okay.
This man got they was ragging on him because he got like a whole family. He be talking about getting his heart broken and stuff all the time.
Oh, okay. So is that?
But
all right.
You know, but
so who was the other one? That was
Future. That's
Future?
the pickup.
So that's the pick.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I ride to work out the Rod Wave, be a little, you know, I'm like damn. But then, you know, I pick back up with my Future, be in my bag, especially when I'm off that Henny. So,
you know especially off that Henny. And you be off that Henny, boy.
Yeah. Sponsor, baby.
So, Future. Is Future... He's kind of... it's a few artists, female and male. I would say male Future is the most influential of... the streets. And again, when I say the streets, I don't mean the streets in the sense of, you know, living in the streets or, you know, operating in the streets. I'm talking about the streets as in a toxic environment on some relationship type shit, you know, type shit. So is Future the king of the streets in the toxic sense? First and foremost,
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
I have to agree.
You see the memes going down on Twitter, you know.
Yeah, I mean, so
every holiday,
those is being sent. I got one. I'm not.
You talk about the things where he's like,
yeah.
I was never thankful for you, but on this day,
I listen. I was so thrown off when I actually received one of those.
Can you read it?
Oh, you received one?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Marissa said. Can we hear it?
I don't have it on my phone.
Can you give us a gist of it? I mean, you're not saying no names, and I'm pretty sure she ain't gonna.
It was like a couple months back, and then so I got that. It was like for my birthday wise. I got that.
Dang.
So she hit you with your own
shit. Like happy birthday, you know, something. Yeah, I'm like, damn.
Damn.
What did you say?
I didn't even respond back. I couldn't.
Right. So I mean, clearly he's like, I mean, besides him, you know, kind of popularizing the phrase "she belonged to the streets." You know what I'm saying? That's like his, you know, the more thing. So I was thinking, I'll be listening in the future, of course. Who doesn't, right? But what's his most toxic song? And I can think of 2 off Bucks.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Low Life.
Low Life?
Yeah.
With The Weeknd?
Yeah, because he said it twice. He repeated. He's like, if you catch me cheating, nah, never tell her sorry. If you catch me cheating, nah, never tell her sorry.
But yo, is that more toxic than My Collection and Too Comfortable? Those songs are fucking wild.
Those are underrated.
And when I look back and, you know, looked at, you know, a list of all his songs, those are the top 2 that came to me. And I mean, you know, granted, you need a little bit of you need at least to listen to a little bit of toxic shit in your life. I'm not saying you have to live it, right?
Get you back in your bag.
Yeah, we have to, you have to listen to but you're saying Low Life is his most toxic song. I don't know, bro, Too Comfortable. What was you about to say, Marissa?
I don't listen to the Future.
Oh, you know.
But from what I have heard, I would have to go with Low Life. But I haven't heard a lot.
Please listen to. Have you heard my collection?
And you know what?
Have you heard Too Comfortable? The first. All right. Well, let me tell you this. Let me read the lyrics to the start of Too Comfortable.
All right.
Okay. The beat drops. Bitch, don't get too comfortable. Better not get too comfortable.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In my
okay.
in my collection, I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. He talks about even if I fuck you once, you add it to my collection.
Dang.
Yo.
Another one too. It's underrated. Throwaway Part 2.
I never heard the part 2. I mean, the part 1 is
he's
very.
Like, it's okay, and then all of a sudden it's going fucking.
Wait. Oh, you talking about the second part to throw away? Oh yeah. That's what set it off.
Much to you fucking these niggas, man. Too damn.
That's what let people know, like, oh, this nigga's wild.
Hey,
So
I think he cried the group. I ain't gonna hold you.
absolutely. I mean, he was talking about Cece. So
Never
Marissa, let me
mind.
ask you this. So what's like? Do you like? You obviously see that Future has some type of impact on the way men, men have always been in a double standard world, and we're going to get to that.
Mm-hmm.
But Future kind of, catapulted that.
Yeah.
Do you have any like thoughts on, the way he kind of, skyrocket? It was already bad, but he kind of, really jolted the situation with men and being toxic and double standards and all that. Or does it like kind of not, really matter to you?
I would say the thing about Future is he actually lives it. Like, it's one thing to like rap about it, but Future actually perpetrates it.
But it's a
And
lot of
that's
men
it.
that lives it as well that may not have even knew that they lived it as much until Future kind of spoke to them like a
Yeah.
cult
Brought
leader.
it to light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just feel like I feel like if you were already like kind of say, if you live in that life already, you're justified. Like, you're like, this is my nigga. Like,
Yeah.
but I think I would say have common sense and know that, like, I hope anyway, that you shouldn't be doing everything that he says. Especially not to bring it back to what we were talking about earlier, but I mean, Future has money, so same thing not gonna fly for like a regular.
So you're saying his money, so let's say, so Good Dick couldn't let that fly? I mean, yeah, money, cool, but if it breaks down to this, so a girl, you know what I'm saying, she's either, crazy about a nigga because he got the bag, and that's what she want to get out of him, you know what I'm saying, and what they say, money make the coochie wet, or is it because he really slanging it, and they say, good dick and problems is what girls like nowadays.
No, you're right. But if you're smart, you would deal with someone who has money, not just the good dick.
So you're saying if you were smart, you would go towards the money rather than
if
just
you're
the
gonna
good
be
dick.
dumb for someone, yeah.
Be dumb for someone with money rather than dumb for someone with just good dick and
And
nothing
that's
else.
it. And that's it.
That makes sense. So let me ask you this: who's the queen of the streets, or queens, shall I say? Because I can think of.
Are we talking like just musicians or anything?
So yeah, we could talk anything. Why not?
Because anything's definitely Lori Harvey.
Ooh.
That was a wild card, but I respect that.
I wasn't.
Yeah, I was not expecting that. That's a wild card, but I respect that because she took on the king.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she made it out without a baby.
Yeah,
Wow.
and I think she won.
She did.
won.
She's one of the only. She's one of the true Mohicans.
Yeah.
Wow. Well played, Marissa. Well played. But yeah, no, I really that kind of fucked me up because I was expecting one of three people or one person in one group, City Girls
City
and Meg.
Girls, yeah.
And Meg, that's what I was kind of expecting. But Laura Harvey, I like that one. I like that. So let's talk about City Girls and Meg and what, and you know what I'm saying. So pretty much it seems like women are kind of riding the same wave. You know what I mean? They're kind of coming up to how can I word this? They're kind of coming up to where, okay, niggas, we live in the same life. Like y'all not just about to stunt, and we just sit back and whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
Like we on the same type of time. We matching y'all energy, which a lot of niggas don't like.
Not at all.
I didn't at first. I'm gonna be 100 with you. I didn't at first. Now I'm kind of coming to like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm I'd rather the honesty and you know what I'm saying, but. Yeah, they're coming to the point where, you know, they're talking toxic shit from a woman's standpoint. Like we said, toxicity is good for everybody. A little bit is good for everybody. We all live it. We all like to hear it. We all like to, you know, narrate it. Whatever. Cool. So, question I like to ask off of that is, let's talk from a man's standpoint first and foremost, because I saw this and I'm like, okay, this is something that City Girls and Meg rap about, and a lot of niggas may not like this. Ed, let me get your opinion on this first. I read a comment on Twitter saying that men can't handle being used for sex. And a lot of the women now rap about that. They use a nigga for sex, you know what I'm saying, whether it's money involved or whatever, and they skedaddle on them. They're doing to men what men have been known to do for women, to do to women for a long time. They just caught up and have adapted to the game themselves. So, can you, Ed, handle being used for sex by a woman?
In my earlier stages, I put it like that. I was in situations like that, but it always ended up where they caught feelings. It wasn't nothing like I kind of caught feelings. So
you're saying they were using you for sex, but they ended up catching feelings?
Right, but it was like a mutual thing, though.
Okay.
You know, a mutual thing, and then, but I feel like in that situation, it could go either way. Because, you know, depending on what type of relationship you got with them, you might catch feelings or, you know, so it all depends, I would say, because I was caught up in some situation, but I might have caught feelings a time or two. You know what I'm saying? So that rod wave got played. Cause
definitely happens,
you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Like, damn, I should have chose, you know what I'm saying? But I wanted to keep playing in the streets.
So I should have chose.
So,
that definitely happens.
And it backfired on me, so.
No, that is definitely true. Like you said, and it really depends. Like you said, if it's a mutual thing where y'all both are using each other for sex respectfully, then if y'all, you know, both like know what time it is and y'all ain't really catching feelings, it can last. Like I've had sexuationships that lasted. I just came up with that, by the way. I got patent that.
Okay.
Have y'all ever heard that before?
Nah, TM.
I literally just came up with that.
TM.
I've had situationships in the past that have lasted years because it was nothing else. It was literally
y'all are both on the same page.
Like seriously, and this it's rare because it's only happened a couple times, but it's happened for years. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, which I've said for the longest, like matching someone's freakiness is huge. And like you can match someone's freakiness and not have feelings involved, and y'all can still be cool, and y'all just get each other's rocks off. Y'all knock boots. You know what I'm saying? And
right.
But it depends. Now, both ways. Where one may not be on the same page and catch feelings. It happens for dudes too, I think, which is why it was a girl that said this comment, which is why she said it, because she probably, you know, been involved in a situation where the nigga caught feelings for her. It happens. I'm a proud, you know what I'm saying, I'm not too prideful to tell you it happens. Like you said, Ed, it happens. That's why you resulted to the rod wave, correct?
Hey, rod wave. You know
like,
what I'm saying?
I'll even, you know, with me one time, you know what I'm saying, it was a girl where for like a little minute we was, you know what I'm saying, kind of involved or whatever, like in and out on some Lincoln type shit, but we, you know, sometimes would smash like a couple times throughout the year. And eventually I'm like, man, what's up? Like, let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's get it popping. Let's see what happens. It's like, okay, cool. And then we'll disappear. And then we'll come back in the picture a couple months later.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On some, let's pick up where we left off. You know what I'm saying? We could link or whatever. We would fuck. And then again, disappear. So I had to train myself like, all right, nigga, like it ain't there. So just appreciate that it's just going to be cheek clapping. And that's it, nothing more. You know what I'm saying? And then but it seems like earlier it happened with women, but women as they got older caught on more. That's why these female rappers are talking about it more. They're not in high school when it was, you know, they was a little bit more gullible, and you know we was straight on dog life shit, just humping anything, because it was a whole bunch of, you know, testosterone pumping. Now they kind of caught on, so they kind of flipping the script on us.
Yeah.
But it all depends. If y'all really on the same track, then it can last. But if one, you know, one is
like fuck buddies, or are you talking about last? Oh, okay.
Last is fuck buddies. Yeah. So what's your take on the situation? Let's like we still gonna stick to men. You know what I'm saying? Men can't handle being used for sex.
I think I would agree. Speaking just from personal experience, like
Now, don't get me wrong. Listen, it's
no,
a
I'm
difference.
trying to think how to word it.
Yeah, I know what you about to say. Let me say this. There's a difference between catching feelings because they catching feelings and catching feelings because you put that motherfucking heat on them. That's the truth. Let me just say that. Yeah, go ahead and fan yourself. Yeah, fan yourself. But go ahead and what you were saying.
What I'm about to say kind of goes off of what you just said, because you said something about, like, you have to respect that she just wants to, I guess, kind of just have sex.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, I mean, I feel like if a man, I mean, unless that's what they want, I mean, they have the right to leave. Because, I mean, personally for me, I don't do this so much anymore. But, like, if I wanted a one-night stand, that's what it is. I'm not texting you back afterwards. We're not linking up again. Like, it's just not happening because that's not what I wanted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I feel like as a man, anybody, you should respect yourself enough to be like, you know what, I'm not going to keep hitting her up after she keeps saying, you know, oh, I'm busy today. Oh, I got something to do. Oh, maybe next, you know what I'm saying? So I think men can't handle it, but kind of only because, like, what you were saying, like, it just hasn't been, I guess, as mainstream now as it had. Like, 'cause of course it's happened in the past. Like, there's there's definitely no doubt about that. But I would say, like, it's more mainstream. So, like you said, I think more women who probably wouldn't have thought about doing it in the past are doing it now.
Because it's more, like you said, it's more mainstream, it's more acceptable. Like, they don't have to feel any type of, you know, shame towards it now.
Yeah.
They're like, fuck it,
They could
it's
just
out
cut
there.
on Meg and be like, yeah, I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I said, I personally, I respect you being you. You know what I'm saying? Not feeling ashamed. And I respect you being 100. If you know what I'm saying? If you get around, but you 100 with it, I'm going to respect you, shorty. Like, straight up. Way more than, you know what I'm saying, a girl like that sneaky with it. But to kind of backtrack, you saying, you know, the man having, you know, enough respect to, you know, kind of cutting it off when she's like, not today. And Ed, maybe you can attest to this. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I be on that type of time mentally. I'd be like, man, fuck it. Like, she on some games, like, okay, like, don't even worry about it. Hey, but out of nowhere, when you get that motherfucking random, you know what I'm saying, text like, what you want tonight, or can I come over tonight? When just 2 days earlier, you was like, I ain't fucking with her no more because she just playing with me. Like, she just using me as her personal dildo. Like, nah, I'm more than that. I'm a man. I'm a person. I'm a human being.
Yeah,
I have feelings too.
I tell you,
Hey, but when you get that text,
that text is,
that shit go out the window.
look,
That shit go right out the window. I'm like, yeah, come on.
I tell you what, man, I went through something like that, arguing like that
We're
night
men.
before, just going at it. Blocked me on everything. All of a sudden, Ayla's Instagram account hits me up like, I know you're going to come over after you get off. Because she knew when I got off. I'm like, damn.
They flipped the script on us, cuz.
This was back when I was working like 2 jobs.
Damn.
So like I got off my second job, and
It was like, yeah, I'm about to come over.
yeah, I sure did. But listen, I'm gonna tell y'all what. After that, I did that, and then I literally blocked her on everything else.
You know, it takes
and
that
I left that on because I left off on my terms.
It
I
takes
like that.
sometimes.
I'm telling
No,
you,
it
I like
definitely
that.
takes that sometimes. You have to get that one good, like, that
That's
good
it.
one in
To
and be
let
like,
her
you
know.
know what, I'm
And
done.
And when I tell y'all, I did everything.
And she was on your line after.
Oh man,
I like that. I've done
I had to
that
have my
before.
car for a little bit.
I've done that before. But then again, I always backtrack. I'm weak.
Couldn't do it.
I'm
can't
weak.
backtrack, Devon.
What do you want me to do?
Do what Eddie did, block him.
I'm just a squirrel trying to get a nut. What do you want me to do? So another thing that I mean, both artists, so another thing that men artists have talked about for the longest, but women artists are kind of talking about a little bit more, which I guess you could say they talked about it more. But just, you know what I'm saying, fucking somebody in a relationship, in a marriage, you know what I'm saying, something like that. So what's y'all take on, you know what I'm saying, messing with or being a home wrecker? I guess that's what they call it, right? A home wrecker. What's y'all take on being on somebody, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, as Ed, like, as men, like, I don't know, in some consideration, there's points to, like, oh, yeah, fuck this bitch. You know what I'm saying? And Marissa, like, with the, you know, female artists now, they, you know, talk about how, oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying, I could easily fuck your nigga, or I fucked your nigga, or I had my pussy on your nigga face, whatever it may be. What's your take on, you know what I'm saying, messing with someone who's in a relationship or at worst in a marriage?
It's bad karma.
Get better. It's bad karma.
It's bad karma.
That's bad
Okay,
karma.
we're all in the same script with that one. Then cool.
It's bad karma, man.
Because I mean, a lot of people get a thrill out of it. Some people
Yeah, some
get
people.
a thrill.
I know, like some women exclusively go for like married men. Like they look for that ring.
So why is that the married or relationship? Let's just
Yeah,
talk
or
about in
relationship,
general.
yeah.
Why is it that women are more attracted to men that are involved in some type of situation?
From what I've read, I think it's the fact that they're attracted to the fact that he can commit.
And they think they'll get it from him?
I don't know.
Is that what it is?
I guess so.
Right.
I can't attest to this. That's the only thing I can think of if you're attracted to the commitment and like. But like, I mean, if he starts sleeping with you, then he's not committed. So I don't know. It's like it's just a
Yeah, I
double-edged
mean,
sword.
you-
So I don't
you
understand.
lose
But
him
it's
how you get
definitely
him.
bad karma.
From what I've always like noticed or heard or whatever is, you know, when it comes to that, women who want niggas that are in a relationship, they want people in general want what they can't have. You know what I'm saying? If they see that, be like, oh, like that's normal. Like these niggas out here thirsty for me. They a dime a dozen. I can, you know, pick through them like a vegetable. You know what I'm saying? Like a garden, I should say. But oh, this nigga got a girl and he treating her right.
Yeah.
I want that. I know I can't have it because in a relationship, but let me see if I can get him to treat me the same way, even though it's unlikely.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
feel that.
thrill out of going after something that you can't have. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think it's definitely the thrill. And then some people, like you said, going off like it's a thrill. Like it's just the fact that you're sneaking around. Like that's what turns you on, I guess.
What's your take on that, Ed?
Man, look, early on, I believe
He
in
was
bad
wildin'.
karma now, man. I tell you, because
Yeah,
I got
seriously.
caught up in some situations where I had to get in the closet or something like that. This is early
This
on,
nigga was
man.
trapped in a closet, son.
Man,
Oh my God!
Man,
Did you pull out the Beretta?
I didn't look. Hey, look. Again, this is early on. I ain't have none of that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Did he walk through the closet?
hey, listen.
This nigga was trapped in a closet.
About to be on and popping.
Word?
Yeah, but yeah, I've been in some situations like that.
And you kind of learn from that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Never leave home without it. I tell you what, but nah, look, I just try not to put myself in that situation,
Mm-hmm.
or I just deal with it. Somebody, you know, that's not on that type of time. Like, I try to get in the, because you know, some people, they not really on that type of time, but a person that you used to mess with, you feel me, is on some, oh, like I'm not letting you go, and I had to be in some,
even though they're in a separate situation.
and I had to be on some situations where, you know, I was like, you know, like it'll wear off, but you know, yeah, keep calling the phone. Now I gotta hop on the phone, like, what's up?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn.
yeah. So
How I look at it is I've never been for that. Like even when I was like high school days when I was really knee deep in the streets, you know what I'm saying? I never been for, you know, messing with a girl that had a dude, cause like you said, it's bad karma. One of my favorite lines by Gotti is everybody trying to fuck the next nigga bitch, not knowing his bitch is the next nigga bitch. Like it's
Real.
just if it happen, like it's just that
that's
easy to
real.
happen to you if you're doing it happening to the next nigga. But I just never been for it. Now, it's been situations where a girl in a relationship or whatever, you know, just completely threw herself at me, and I caught it on the sense of, okay, I'm not forcing it. This
Right.
is you. And in a sense, you're not even fully in that relationship no more. If you're throwing yourself at me that
Okay.
much, then
You're not pursuing her. She's
yeah.
kind of just.
A part of her left that relationship as it is. Because if a girl is really that pressed to cheat, they're not fully intact or in love with her nigga. It's a part of that relationship on her aspect that left. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And then even if that is the case, I'm like, man, I mean, you know, and then it's been a time, like you said, I was never trapped in a closet, but I received that text or that phone call, and I'm like, bro, like,
Damn, for real?
yeah. I mean,
What they would say?
just like, yo, like, you know, see, and here's the difference. You know what I'm saying? You have that nigga that wants to come at you
Yeah.
and fight you or whatever, and
fight
you're
or
like,
flight.
bro, I literally did not force your girl to have sex with
Yeah,
me.
but they
I
not
don't be
see-
on that
you
type
know,
of
they not
time,
seeing
right?
that.
That's some. But most of the niggas, you know what I'm saying, real niggas I should say, aren't checking the pimp. You know what I'm saying? In
Exactly.
a sense. They're like, yo, I ain't even tripping. You know what I'm saying? You like, yeah, you a man, I'm a man, cool. I just want the truth. And then when I be there, I'd be like, I mean, bro, what do you want me to tell you? Like, you know, I'm not there with her like you are, but you are. So, and if I was in your shoes, I would want the truth. So, I mean,
Yeah.
bada boom, bada bang.
I'll tell you what, because there's been a time where I was put in a position where it's like, bro, you blowing up my girl phone, you doing this, that, and the third. And I'm like,
bro.
I'm like, hold up.
Don't be in denial.
You must have forgot she deleted the messages, but I'll send you a couple where, you know what I'm saying? When she was calling me, she was supposed to be over here tonight, but I guess you popped up on her. You know what I'm saying? So, it's just a little something like that.
So is it like, speaking of this, it basically sounds like, not trying to be the bad guy, not trying to be the bad person.
Exactly.
Is there such thing as being unintentionally toxic? And we were kind of, well, that wasn't really toxic that we were speaking of. We were just,
Yeah, I don't think that was toxic.
no. But is there such thing as being unintentionally toxic?
I'll tell you what, I think there is.
Yeah.
Like, especially, like, if you're not in a relationship or anything like that, it's been a couple of times where, you know what I'm saying, like, I might have had to text this joint like twice, you know what I'm saying, just to get something out of it, you know what I'm saying, and then, I'm in my bag one night, and now she, like, double texting me, and I'm just ignoring it, you know what I'm saying, so it's just like a trade-off, you know what I'm saying. I was doing that for a good little bit, you know what I'm saying. So like I said, like you said, it depends on the night, where one night you up,
Yeah.
one night you down.
Bro, it's either you're up or you're down. There's never no middle ground with
Never
that
no
shit,
middle
bro.
ground. Never no
Why
middle
is that the
ground.
case? It's either like you are up and you that nigga, and they on your line, or you have nothing. You have no starting five, no starting three. You
Man,
don't have no free agents,
I'll
nothing.
tell you what, you get a girl, and then all of a sudden, what's up, stranger? Where you been at?
Yeah, and that goes back to what we were saying with,
And it's
girls.
like, where was this when I was?
I think unintentionally if you're young-ish, because I feel like I think for one thing, the word toxicity is definitely more mainstream, but it's definitely more understood. But I can definitely say a couple years ago, I was toxic, but
But it was unintentional.
yeah, but I can't say I thought I was doing good. 'Cause I knew I wasn't doing
Right.
good.
So explain the point of view on that.
So
because-
my point of view is when I was younger, I'm living my life. Like, I'm not trying to be like
yeah.
in a committed relationship. I'm not trying to I just don't care about your feelings, to be
Right.
honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, niggas
But-
crying out here.
But now that I'm older, I wouldn't do the same
Marissa
thing.
had niggas listening to Ride
Wait.
Wave.
I wouldn't do the
No.
same thing.
Back then it was Drake.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nah, that
She
shit
had
sold.
niggas listening to Marvin's
That shit
Room.
just sold.
But now that I'm older and I'm like, I understand people's feelings more. I can I'm able to get someone else's perspective. So I wouldn't do the same things that I did, because back then it's just like, I don't really care. Like, I just go text somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, who you are?
So yeah, I think it's like, I think you can be unintentionally toxic when you're young, before you get more experience in life, and you don't really, you just don't know what you're doing. You don't have that much empathy for other people.
Yeah.
But as you get older, you know if you're toxic or not.
What's your take on it, Ed?
I'm not toxic. Look.
Hey,
not
bluff
toxic
it.
no more. I'm not toxic no more. I tell you what, I'm a good, wholesome gentleman, good black man. Black men don't cheat. You know what I'm
Nigga,
saying?
you be off Henny every night.
Nah.
There's no way to. Never mind, go ahead.
I took it. Listen, I took a step back off the Henny. I'm on wine. Don't believe the
Okay.
hype. I'm not really taking them shots on
Nigga,
Instagram.
didn't you just talk about
Blue Lagoon.
Red Dragon?
I make drinks now. I don't drink them. Don't make your own. Don't. I'm like Mitch, baby. We don't mess with our own product. But yeah, I think I agree with Marissa. That's like I said, it was a younger thing. You know what I'm saying? Where you kind of, unintentionally being toxic, because it kind of gives you a sense of power. Anybody gets, like a sense of power over somebody, you pretty much abuse it. I've been in a situation where I abuse the power, and like I can say.
Everyone does. Why do you think police act the way they act? Everyone who has a
100%.
grasp of power, abuse. That's just a human trait
Nature.
that we have. The what was it? The
That one
Stanford.
experiment. Yeah,
The Stanford experiment is very true. Like that's just what we do. I mean, it's definitely levels of severity to it. To as far as people that end up taking it way off overboard.
Right.
Doing it to children, animals,
not-
spouses, whatever it may be. But it is something about a sense of power that when humans have, I don't know, they just kind of wild out with it.
Yeah, and like I said, that reverts back all the bad karma because eventually you gonna be put in that position.
Yeah.
The older you get, the more you realize the more real that karma is. And me just to be the third bandwagon on the matter is, it was younger, but me, I was kind of unintentionally toxic on the sense of I was cold-hearted for my own favor. You know what I'm saying? I was zero for any type of relationship or anything serious.
Right.
I'd say from like 16 to like 20 or 21. Like, I wasn't for none of that. And like, it's crazy. It's a song that I always used to play and be like, yo, this is speaking to me. 2 songs was Going Steady by Rocco and Cold Hearted by Gucci. Because what Rocco say on Going Steady, he was like, I'm not with commitments. I don't know what it is. I need help. It was never intentional. But the thing with me was, why I say I was really unintentionally toxic, was I was always 100 with the women that I dealt with. I always told them, like, I'm not for relationships. I'm not for nothing serious. You know what I'm saying? And they would, like women do, like we said before, they want something that they can't have. So like, I'm gonna make him change his mind. I'm gonna be that one piece. You know what I'm saying? But it just never happened. And that was my case. Like, I was, always straight up. I just never, and then I would kind of be cold-hearted to protect their hearts, if that makes sense. Listen, music is...
You knew you weren't serious.
Yeah, music is my life. So a Boogie line that I love is, I swear if I ever left you in the cold, it's because it was colder inside. That's like, true. Straight up. Like, I was not... Like, I'd rather hurt you a little bit right now by cutting you off than leading you on to the fullest and then just fading away and you be clueless, you be lost, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I've never been the type to like tell girls that I love them to, get in their pants.
Rule number 5.
You said what?
Rule number 5.
What's rule number 5?
Show no love. Love to get you killed.
Wow. But it's just what it is. But all of us, in a maybe slightly different sense. It was younger days. Now we realize, we have a little bit more sympathy for feelings and people,
right? And
we're just more compassionate. And most importantly, we know that karma is the realest bitch walking this earth. She's the realest bitch walking the earth. So now it's time for the second half of the show. Like I said, we're going to try to get through as much of these comments as possible. I mean, it was a lot of great comments, people. For those of y'all that did leave it on my Instagram, I truly thank y'all. A few of them that we will not be able to get to, I promise you, I'm going to double back with another, special guest who's more capable, like the 2 that I have now, to discuss the topics at hand. So we're just going to go down the line, probably spend a couple minutes on each one. All right. So this is how we're doing it. For the first one, we have... So the question for me was something you want to hear a guy and a girl discuss on my next show, all right? So one of which we have is why men cheat. And let me just say this. The person who left this comment is the last person I'd expect to say this. It was a guy, a good friend of mine, and we were talking not too long ago about just he knows he's a dog. He knows he's a dog, right? And he just fucking knows it. He's told me stories from high school to now, and they just all are the same. Like, this dude is a wild boy. And he left the comment, why men cheat. So I think this is kind of like a therapy session for him. Okay. So let's be completely honest. You know what I'm saying? So you feel like, I feel like you have something to say off rip. So what you got to say?
Look, I'm going to talk to the camera on this. I'm going to try to reach you on this one, bro. Okay. Because listen, I get it. You kind of, it's like,
you're in a dark place.
You might be in a dark place and it's just on to the next. And you might be searching for something because you thinking, okay, this girl might not have that. Or, that might want, or, somebody might have broke your heart, but probably not because you said you a dog. So you doing your dirt out there in the streets, but there's going to come a certain time, you know what I'm saying, where all that's going to catch up to you. And you don't want that to all catch up to you at one time. You know what I'm saying? It's just better to, be relaxed and be at peace because some of these girls is crazy out here. So
They know more than you think.
I would, yeah, they know
So
more.
much shit is
They
accessible
know
now,
more
it's
than
crazy.
you think. Like, I seen a tweet the other day. It was like, you don't know how crazy a girl is until she outside your crib feeling if your hood is hot or not. So
Oh shit!
yeah. So listen, I done been there a couple times. Like I said,
I've been there. Not the hood feeling part, but I've been outside the crib and do some crazy shit.
yeah,
Not to go into
listen,
detail,
I've
but
been there where I had to hide my car a couple times.
Mhm.
Johnny's talking about breaking windows to my house,
Disappointed in you guys.
and
I thought I knew
so
you guys.
yeah,
Oh my
man.
God.
Listen, it's nothing that beats a peace of mind at the end of the night. I tell you what, it's nothing that beats a peace of mind. But
that's cool and all, but his question was, why do men cheat?
I feel like it's partly because of ego, and then also it's like men. Not all men, obviously, but I'm not gonna keep saying that. So if I say men, it's just
Thank you, respectfully.
It's just it's a generalization, but it's not all men.
Yeah, we understand.
So I think men want their cake and they want to eat it too. So yeah, they may like. And when you say cheat, I'm assuming you're, I guess, like
in a relationship,
or like deeply involved with this person.
exclusive at the least.
Exactly. So yeah, you like her. She might have everything you want, but you might see someone else who catches your eye. You just have to try it out. Like, you have to. Like, there's, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's, you want your cake and you want to eat it too. So you want the girl that you have, but you also just, you want to be tied down yet. So you just want to see what this person has to offer, that person has to offer. That's the only thing I can really think of. I don't really know because I'm not a man. But.
Yeah, and Ed kind of spoke on it. He said a man may want different aspects from different women. So why is it that men, are more capable of doing that, where they, like this part of a girl, this part of a girl, this part of a girl, so they combine them all to make one perfect girl in a sense, and they mess with all of them. Why are men so more capable of doing that? Or, why are men so more acceptable, I should say, of doing that rather than women? What keeps y'all from doing that? Because I know y'all may see something in a dude that y'all may like that the dude you're dealing with may not have. But what keeps y'all from, stepping that boundary to bringing them and y'all starting line up, as much as men do?
I think, like, not to get like too like technical, but I think it's kind of biological. So when you think about the biological standpoint, a man is not as selective with a woman because biologically men are supposed to produce and have offspring. Men can technically get 5 women pregnant, but that woman can't get pregnant within those 9 months. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's stuck with that same man for 9 months.
Yeah.
So a woman is supposed to be more selective, supposedly. So when you're in a relationship with someone, I feel like the woman is kind of looking at those things that she's looking for, and she's like, you know what? I like this person. In the long, like, I see a future with them.
Yeah.
So biologically, I feel like they're kind of like this is the one. If something's wrong, I'm gonna work through it. Like, it is what it is. Whereas with a man, it's kind of like I don't want to say you're not programmed to, but you're kind of programmed to, like, dibble dabble around to have as many offspring as you can. So it kind of just plays into, like, the modern world. Like, you're not necessarily trying to have all the offspring that you can, but I mean, if you can go around to different people, that's what you want to do.
I never thought of it from that standpoint. I'm glad you said that. Which, by the way, you kind of work in that field, right? There you go. Listen, Melissa be on her bully, dog. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean, and even in more ancient times, and even still now in other countries, more specifically in the Middle East, men have multiple wives. Okay, so I really like that you said that. I never thought of it on that standpoint on a biological tip. I may have thought of it being made, something that we were just kind of influenced by, just in the air or something. I like that. All right, so let's move on to the next one. Next one is, fuck this word again, reciprocity. Is that a word?
Reciprocity or
Yeah, you know who left me this? You kind of fucked me up with this one. Reciprocity of standards. So basically, what this means is, okay, if a man can have certain standard. Oh no. Okay, so she brought up the example of Scrubs by TLC. I don't want no man, hollering out the passenger side of his best friend ride. He can't live with his mom, whatever. Those are the standards. And she said, for the longest she thought that until after she graduated and realized a man can have all those things that women, may talk about and still be a dickhead, still be whatever. And she was saying, you know, if a man were to say those type of standards from women, it would kind of blow up. So let's talk about the reciprocation.
Yeah, reciprocate. Okay.
God damn, reciprocation of standards. You know what I'm saying? Let's just speak on that, you know, in general or whatever. Is it an even, you know, exchange, do y'all believe, or is it kind of lopsided on one sex towards the other?
I definitely say it's pretty biased because
Yeah, I was gonna say it's not.
a lot of men, it's like a pride thing because, you know, you might establish that, you know, we might be both doing our own thing, but you feel like when a woman go out and do her own thing, it's just like she at least has. I'm gonna tell you what my feeling is. When a woman goes out and does her own thing, she's gone because at that point she at least likes the nigga a little bit. You know what I'm saying? To even give him that time of day to even for him to be able to do that. Men wise, I tell you what. A lot of the situations I've been in, I heard of, we can go out and do our thing, but it's just like we can be leaving out and be like, why did I even do that? You know what I'm saying? Like regretting it the next. But I feel like women, you know, because you kind of y'all be laid there, cuddled up, and it's just a whole ball game where y'all actually like them. But like I said, I'm biased to the situation, but like, it should be, you know, double standards, or maybe you should get something established. You know what I'm saying? If it is gonna go like that,
So going off of her question saying, like, you know, I don't want a man who doesn't have a car, stays at home with his mom, and vice versa. You don't really hear a man saying that. I feel like that kind of goes back to, like, I don't want to say olden times, but I guess like maybe like the 40s and 50s where, like, the woman's supposed to be the homemaker. So theoretically, the man was just looking for a woman who he thought might be a homemaker. So women, on the other hand, are just like, you know, he has a good job, he's bringing in money. And even like with the kind of what we were saying earlier with the song that we have, women are talking about, I don't want him if he can't buy me a Birkin. You know what I'm saying? So
it seems like that's been such a crazy standard nowadays.
Yeah,
like, what the fuck?
Exactly. So I feel like with women, they can definitely get away with saying like, oh, I don't want a man who stays at home with his mom. Meanwhile, I might stay with my parents. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
I don't think it should be that way. But I mean, I feel like even though I don't think it should be that way, and like men might get looked down upon depending on what they say, they have a right to say it, because I mean, you have a right to be selective too. Like, there's no reason why you can't be selective. So it's just society. It's just unfortunately how it is. I mean, women definitely can get away with saying, oh, he doesn't have a job, oh, he works at Wendy's, I'm not gonna talk to him. Oh, he has a Honda, nothing wrong with a Honda, but I'm not gonna talk to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna talk to him. You know, so
Right.
it's just like, but the same standards can definitely be held for women, and I think that the sad thing is with some women, because they hold those standards, they don't expect the same thing to be held from them. So it creates like a gap, I guess you could say.
Right. So, okay, now that makes sense. And this kind of goes into the next comment that was left, which was, you know, double standards. When men having hoes is cute, and when females have hoes is nasty. So maybe that's kind of like the even of the battlefield, if you must. So how women can have the standards that you were talking about of men, right? With kind of, you know, not as much repercussion towards them and the same energy. But on the other hand, men have a standard as far as, you know, how many people they are involved with or have been involved with compared to them, and how it's looked at, you know, with men. I mean, this has been since the longest, you know, this has always been like that thing that men and women discuss as far as double standards. This is the number one double standards. Men having hoes is cute, women having hoes, or, you know, having a lot of bodies or being involved with a lot of niggas or whatever is, you know, nasty or frowned upon. So that's the next one we have, double standards. When men have hoes, it's cute, and when females have hoes, it's nasty or whatever. And she left the emoji with like the eyes rolling out of the eyes. Rightfully so. So will there ever be like some type of solution to this? You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I think we're kind of getting closer to it. Like I said, with the way that women are kind of rapping and, you know, just talking about, you know, just you know, they're having a more broad voice spoken on now on today's platform and today's society, which is kind of being more acceptable. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, why not? Like I said before, me personally, I like a girl who's honest with the shit, straight up with the shit. Like, why not? Like, what the fuck? Like I said, I'm not really the relationship type, but if you know what I'm saying, if you moving how you moving, but you honest with it, shit, I fucks with you. Straight up. But what's your take on it? You know what I'm saying?
I think
the number one double standard.
are gonna always exist.
Mhm.
But I think the gap is narrowing, like you said, with women rappers and everything like that. Well, becoming more prevalent and rapping what they're rapping. So I think it's definitely gonna narrow, but I don't think it's gonna disappear, unfortunately.
Yeah, no.
So I feel like kind of what you were saying, like you, for example, you don't care about what a woman did or what a woman does, as long as they're just open and honest about it. So I feel like you just, at this point, you just gotta be open and honest about it and find someone who doesn't care. Because I mean, I think double standards are always gonna be around.
Yeah, I think one and the same, because you got to look at it, like, especially nowadays, social media is so easy to communicate with somebody. So you got to think about it like a man, he's going to have his ex-girl that's probably going to try to hit him up, depending on how the situation might have happened. People in his girls in his DM, but you got to expect the same for a girl. She going to have, you know, her man she might have dealt with, or always going to be, well, girl-wise, there's always going to be dudes in the DM. It doesn't matter who she is, what kind of girl she is. There's going to be some sort of dude that's going to be in her DM that might be, you know what I'm saying, a couple, you know, spaced out during the month, but there's always going to be one consistent dude that's going to comment on every
It's
picture.
at least 3 to 5 consistent ones.
Yeah, it's going to comment on every picture. And look, I didn't slid in my fair share of DMs.
I've been a consistent member before.
Yeah, I've been a part of the
That's
fan
why I know. And I'm low key. So I'm like, yo, I'm
Yeah.
low key. And I know if I'm a consistent member, then it's at least 2, 3, 4, 5 thirsty niggas
Yeah,
who are
100%.
consistent members.
But look, fellas, separate yourselves, okay? If you're gonna slide in the DM, do it with some, you know what I'm saying, at least comedic material, so you can
Oh, yeah,
at
that's
least give her a
number
little
one.
bit
If
of
you
a
can make them laugh. Too.
Hey, exactly. 'Cause
That's
you
half the battle right
Set
there.
yourself apart. Just don't drop the hard eyes. Everybody do that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't
You know
do that
what
no
I
more.
used to do? It's always an MLK middle or elementary, right?
Yeah.
You look familiar. Didn't you go to MLK?
Oh my god.
And if they say no, be like, what school you went to then? Da, 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 da. Oh, okay. Nah, my cousin went there. I must have saw you. Da, 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 da.
You were the worst.
But nah, yo, on the real, like, going back to, you know what I'm saying, women. So one thing I saw, which was like, yo, this shit was actually like, wow, I never seen this before. So it was a girl in New Orleans who was dealing with 2 niggas at the same time. And they found out. So they tried to do that thing. I know y'all seen the videos where like 2 niggas that found out a girl was playing them, they'll set her up to where she pulls up and both of the niggas are there. They did that.
Right.
And she dragged so hard. Oh my God. Like it actually like made me like, I ain't even mad at shorty. So she pulled out the phone and recorded them. It was like, yo, my 2 niggas just found out that I was dealing with both of them, but a bitch never tripping. I'm here. What's up? What y'all want to do?
See, that's a joint where she got DMs full. So
I was like,
she gotta
yo.
wait. She has a waiting list.
I was like, yo, and them niggas like they couldn't even do nothing. They was trying to put her on blast. They was trying to record her. She flipped the script, recording them like, yeah,
They
like
spent-
y'all, yeah,
look.
y'all caught me. I'm here with both of y'all. What's up? A bitch never scary. You know that New Orleans accent.
Yeah.
A bitch never scary, which I fucking love. And I'm like, yo,
I tell
like,
you what, she was putting it on them, and they spent some cash on it. That's the only time dudes is gonna meet up like that and be like, you know what,
bro,
bro?
they ended up
the same-
embarrassed. Like they was trying
spent
to
some-
hide their face from the camera.
they spent
And
some
I was
cash
like, yo,
on it.
that's
all that
fucking
is.
savage.
It's one thing to have your heart into it, but when you really got your bag into it too, that shit hit different.
That shit
That
was
shit hit different.
crazy. But long story short, double standards are always here. The next one I got, which kind of goes with it, I guess you can say, was pros and cons of double standards. But I think we
hit on it.
I think we kind of covered that. All right, next one. This one was a good one. Why men lie about their relationship dynamics with other women / exes. That's never
I
been
mean,
me. Like,
For me, I still think it's the ego thing. I mean, they want their cake and they want to eat it too. So, I mean, if they're going to tell you that, oh, she's just my neighbor, and if you believe it, that's what they're going to tell you.
So let me ask you this. What if he's honest and is like, yeah, I'm dealing with her? Like we said before, that kind of attracts some women.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some. I don't know if it's the case for most, but some. That attracts them. So what if I don't know. I just will always be honest with some shit like that. So what if he is honest, you know what I'm saying, in the fact of he knows she gonna come back to him. You know what I'm saying? I don't think most men do that. Some men lie. Like, there's a lot of cases where, you know what I'm saying, niggas may lie about, you know, who they're dealing with. I mean, women too.
Yeah.
But it's just more prevalent in men. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, Ed, have you ever done it? Just be honest. Have you ever done it? And if so, like, why? Like, what was the end goal out of kind of, you know, finessing the true state of your current situation?
So I say I do it in my younger days. I used to do this all the time. Like, you know, you starting off with something, but you just don't know how it's gonna hit, right? And, you know, like, going back to social media, if you post, you know what I'm saying, somewhere in Gram, you might lose a couple of, you know, your following, or, you know what I'm saying, you know, somebody you might have had on your line. And it's just like, do you really want to, you know what I'm saying, you gonna have to, your roster gets cut down at that.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever saw a girl that posted her nigga and unfollowed her?
No.
I've
really.
definitely done that before. I don't do it as much now because I'm like, okay, that's what's up. Good for y'all.
Yes.
But like a couple years ago, like if I saw a girl post her like in her happy relationship, I'm unfollowing.
So look, I'm gonna take you to a time, okay? So you was probably at one of the parties, you know what I'm saying? It was somebody, she had like, we was, you know what I'm saying, messing with each other. And so what happened was she cut her dude off, right? And so I'm like, all right, you know, whatever. But at the time she was going heavy, she didn't text me back or nothing. All of a sudden, boom, shows up at my party. You know what I'm saying?
Your party?
Yes.
Your house party?
Yeah, this is after she.
Can I? I'm sorry. We're going to just put a pause right here. Let me tell y'all something. In high school, after high school, whatever. This nigga Ed threw two of the livest fucking parties. No, it was the black version of Project X, straight up. Because Project X, it's, you know, happy times, people jumping around, you know, white girls titties out, ecstasy, coke. That's how white people party goes.
Right.
Let me tell you how a lit black person party goes. It's hot as shit. There's no food, no water.
Yeah.
People are half naked and it ends in a fight. This nigga Ed threw two parties that went exactly like that.
Yeah. Like
exactly
my
like
whole
that.
family was rumbling.
Exactly like that. So it was in your basement, right?
Yeah.
What month was it? Like August, September type?
Yeah.
It was the beginning of semesters.
School year. And I was the funniest thing was I was still in middle school.
Because your sister was older.
Yeah. So you know, Mary
I
was a freshman.
remember walking in the parties and walking down your steps towards the basement and touching the walls.
And people was on there sweating.
The walls were sweating.
They stunk so bad.
It was a hot box in the basement and it stunk. And one of my wild ass boys, I'm not gonna put his name out there, you know who you are, you wild fucker.
I do.
Fingered a girl at that party.
I know exactly.
I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah, my father, but two of them giant fans from Sam's, bro, that
ain't
just do no
nothing.
justice.
But it was seriously, that was two of especially one was the littest house party I've ever been to in my life.
Hey, but look, I'm gonna tell you something crazy about that. A couple of people left their jackets. They left a whole bunch of weed, crack, all types of shit.
Right.
Yeah. Don't check your jacket in.
Right. But not meaning to interrupt you, but go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, finish what you were saying. I just had to throw that out there. Like, shout out to you for that.
Yeah, but you know, like, and it was just like a, you know, I kind of felt bad because, like, it was like afterwards, you know what I'm saying, something happened because, you know, my upstairs was like a loft.
Wait, so what? I'm sorry, I lost track of what you were saying before. I had to give you your roses for throwing the littest party. So you were saying a situation, one of your old situations came to your party. Was she still in her new situation?
She cut her nigga off.
Yeah, she at the time.
She cut him off, or she was still with him?
She just cut him off.
Okay.
Right? So
All
it's
right.
just one of the things where, you know, I just took advantage of the opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, you get everybody, you know, get a little layer up and, you know, you start to hear. I'm downstairs listening on that couch like, damn, he did that. You know what I'm saying? You know, you playing that role at that point. You know what I'm saying? You gassing like, man, you know, he don't deserve you, this, that, and the third. And, you know, so I was able to take advantage of that situation that night. But, you know, she got back with the dude or whatever. But, you know.
So, you know what's crazy? I'm glad that you said that. I've been in a situation like this, and tell me if this is something that's kind of a norm, Marissa, amongst females. I was in a situation where I was a sexuationship, I should say, with this girl, right? And she ended up getting a nigga, whatever. And you know, this was high school days, and you know what I'm saying, we was like talking or whatever. I'm like, yo, like, let me come over later. She has a nigga. She says, let me break up with my nigga, come over tonight. I'll get back with him tomorrow, so I don't feel bad about it.
Wow.
Okay, so you said that, so that's not a norm.
She is evil.
I mean, this was high school. We was wilding in high school. I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain she wouldn't do this today.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm saying like this. I will always remember this because I'm like, yo, that's crazy.
Well, I mean, at least she didn't want to cheat.
Okay, yeah, and that's how she was thinking of it. So I'm like, yo, is that good or bad? Like
That's completely. Listen,
I mean, she might as well have cheated.
technically,
she did.
Technically,
Yeah.
she didn't cheat.
Yeah, technically.
Right? Because that window, Ed, you know, that
Yes.
window is real.
It's crucial.
Even today,
Listen.
you can have a window where a girl be with her nigga and they get into it and they don't talk for like a week.
Man, you
and
better-
you have about 2 days to
You
execute.
better fire off.
Yeah.
You better fire off. Man.
That window is real.
That window is crucial.
But the window was intentionally set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to
That's
think.
crazy.
Okay, so that's not a norm. Like it's not a norm to intentionally set that gap.
I don't even think my friends have done that.
Yeah.
And I have some friends who will cheat on a nigga in an instant.
Buckle wild.
But I don't think I've had any friend intentionally break with their boyfriend.
yeah, that's wild.
Yeah.
The wildest thing I've been
That's
into
wild.
was high school. A joint, like, it was on FaceTime, had just, like, kind of popped off. And it's like, happy birthday. Well, no, it wasn't FaceTime. It was a regular call. Because that would have been wild. I'm in the background. But it's a regular call, like, oh, happy birthday. Oh, I'll see you, I guess, this weekend. The whole time I'm in the background, I'm like, damn. Like, yeah. And, yeah. It was already kind of, like, on and popping. It was like, hold on, let me answer this real quick and get him off the phone. And, like, I had a pause in me. I'm like, damn, I hate to be on the other end of that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
So to kind of finish this topic of the comment that was left, let me ask you this, because a female commented on something close to this that I thought about. So basically, it was you know, lying about the dynamics of your, you know, current situation or whatever. So this one girl told me, you know, you can be in a situation now and you can be lying on it up front, whatever, and still do something on the side because of the sex. And I've always said, like, people be like, sex ain't da-da-da-da. Yo, if you're 16 through 40, 35, I don't know, you know, when it kind of digresses or whatever, but we're some horny fuckers. Right? So sex is important. I don't care what nobody says. I've always said matching the freakiness is important. Matching that sex drive, matching, you know what I'm saying? That shit is important. And she told me, like, you know, she was telling me like a true, you know, scenario where she was dealing with someone. It was a situationship. She ain't called it a relationship, so I guess they have the title. It was a situationship. And you know, he was a good dude, all that. Everything was great. But she was saying how his dick wasn't for nothing. So she would mess with the
Other
nigga
people.
that was fire. Just one nigga that was fire.
nothing else.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So can that go into the you know, can that go into, you know, kind of, you know, falsifying, you know, your current status or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I've always said sex is, at this age, at where we at now, sex is important. You know what I'm saying? When I talk to older people, you know, they tell me it's more about commitment. You know what I'm saying? Once you're older, you know, and I guess the mojo kind of dies down, whatever. Me, I hope my mojo always going. I hope till I'm like 55, 60, 65, I'm humping like Hugh Hefner.
Bomb that shit,
You
bitch.
know what I'm saying? Hugh Hefner and them. But can that go, you know what I'm saying, also into the, you know, not really or lying about the dynamic, or not really taking that current dynamic serious.
I feel like that kind of goes back to like being younger and then not caring, because I agree with you. Like, the sex is important. Like, and I feel like if someone's like talking to someone, the sex not good, but they're trying to like, you know, creep on the side with someone who they are sexually compatible with, you're wasting your time with the other person, because I mean.
But what if they like that companionship?
Well, you don't like it
from
enough.
that person. You can. It's just literally just the sex. They're great to talk to.
You
Y'all
need to
click.
teach them, or you gotta go. It's one or the other.
Okay.
You gotta teach them, or you gotta go. Because
like that.
I mean, unless you're like willing to settle, or you plan on cheating the whole time. It's one or the other. You're either willing to settle, or you plan on cheating the whole time. Because that's what you're doing. You're cheating. So.
And I was in something like that where, you know, like everything about it was just A100%. And then it just got down to like, you know what I'm saying, that. And it's just like, damn, like, if only it was like, you know what I'm saying, damn, I wish he was a freak. You know, not even a freak, like, damn, like, match, you know, like you said, match my sex drive, match, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the third. It's just like.
So have y'all, let me ask both of y'all, have y'all ever dealt with someone that was like, damn, this is a good match? It come a time where y'all knocking the boots, bumping uglies, and it wasn't lit as you thought, or it wasn't lit up to your expectation because you know what you're capable of. Did you skedaddle? Have you ever, like, it came to that and you was like, and you had to skedaddle? Or did you try to be patient and see if, you know, like you said, you could teach, you know, a couple things? You know what I'm saying? Have you, in the past experiences, what has happened in that?
I would say for me, I've definitely had someone who didn't match like my sexual compatibility, but that wasn't the only reason that I left. But it was like a big reason. So I feel like it can play a part. I guess I can't see myself doing it, but I guess if I was willing to teach someone or like, you know, work with them, I guess. But I mean, at that point, I wasn't. So I didn't. And it was also other things, so it was one of those things.
Yeah, it was a mix of things. Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't just that. Ed, have you ever had the situation where it was just that, and it was like, damn, everything else was good, but yo,
it sucks. It sucks, man. Cause
I mean, what do you want us to do? We're full of testosterone, right?
Listen, I tried my damnedest, man. Hey, look, like Haha David said the other day, HBL, hand and baby lotion. it's like, but nah, it was so sad, man, because I was like.
So was it? So what was it? Like, she just wasn't like. She didn't match your freakiness, which I say is the most important. I say match the freakiness. Everything else can be taught. Did she not match your freakiness, or was she just not what you was looking for? Maybe like physically, like what was it?
The aspirations were there. It was just wasn't. You know, it'd be too much. You know, like not to. You know what I'm saying? Like one of those. And it's just like at the time, like she was like staying with me, so it's just like. You know, I'm just trying to make it where I'm like, damn, like, I'm kind of...
At least you tried.
I tried my damnedest, and, you know, eventually we wasn't talking no more. Push came to shove, but...
I mean, hey. So I'm glad that you said she was staying with you. The next comment that I had was, how long before you should move in with your significant other? Which I thought was a great one. So what's y'all take on that?
I've never stayed with the significant other. However... I think it comes down to a strong relationship. And so what I mean by that is, like, you need to know, I guess, where it's going, because in like the length of time, but not the length of time isn't like the only factor, because just because you're with someone for 2 years, if he's been cheating the whole time or vice versa, you shouldn't move in together. But if you're both like super comfortable with each other and you're trying to take that next step and you're both on the same page, then I guess so. But if you do and you're moving into an apartment, I don't think you should both put your name on the lease.
That's a fact.
I think it should only be one person, because you never know how things can go.
I have a family member who has a girlfriend and moved in with his girl, and it's been a couple months, not long. And it's already talked like, yeah, once the lease is up, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's true. And I was even at work today talking with a coworker who said, you know, his best friend moved in with his girl who he's been with for like a year or two, and after 2 months they split and he had to pay the difference, you know, on the lease.
Yeah.
But moving in with somebody, yo, you see
different.
that other side. You completely see
Yeah.
that other side. You see their hygiene. You see how they act at all times of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because when you're dealing with someone, you're not living together, you can see the good side. And then when they get home, they may
course.
take out the bad side. You know, they may, you know, express it however. But it's no taking it nowhere else. You're going to see everything. You're going to feel everything. I've never done it. I'm not going to move in with someone unless I know for sure this is a girl I can see me marrying. So I want to see the bad side. I'm moving in because I'm looking forward to seeing the bad side. I want to see the bad side to see, you know, if it's something that I can deal with, we can move along with, we can, you know, work with, and boom, going from there. But if it's, you know, a girl like that's, you know, maybe, no. That's huge, bro.
Yeah.
That's huge.
And yeah, my past like 3 relationships, they stayed with me.
Damn, Eddie.
That a wild boy, yo.
And
Air Bud.
yeah. You
This
know.
boy, yo, you a wild, trapped in a closet, staying with 3. Hey, but hey, that's why you here, brother. Go ahead, speak on
Hey,
it.
but yeah, like you said, you see that other side of the person,
Yo.
and it's just it's a really different.
It's night and
dynamic.
day.
Well, I have a question, not to take over your podcast right now.
Nah, please do.
But do you think that there is like is it possible to have a test trial? Because I feel like there might not be a test trial because like,
As far as staying the night,
yeah, well,
So-
because like I feel like you would have to stay for an extended period of time to even see the bad. Because I do think it's
yeah,
important to see
it
the
has
bad.
to be.
Like 100%.
Yeah, it's not going to be the first night. It's going to be like sometime. A test trial. See, it's weird because you may say it's a test trial, and she may be staying with you, but
Yeah,
if she has somewhere else to go, and if it comes to that point, she can just up and go. So if that's the case, then I can't call it a true test trial. It has to be to where, okay, this is where she's really staying.
Yeah.
She's not going, or we have to work it out before we go to sleep. They always say, you know, you can't go to sleep, you know, mad or whatever.
I tell you,
You've done that before.
yeah, and
Oh,
you know,
man.
like
Come on,
I'm really one to
Come
really
on,
try to
Ed.
get my point across. Like if I know I'm right, I'm not willing to like cop a plea or none of that. Like. And like my last year, this girl that moved out like 4 different times. Like took her stuff, packed up.
See, that's what I'm
came
saying. If she
back.
has somewhere to go, I can't
Yeah.
call it a test trial. It
Yeah.
has to be truly, this is where we at. We have to work shit out underneath the same roof before the next day comes.
The crazy thing would be, right? So it was kind of like having the power, being like, nah, like if you really feel that way, you know
Get
what
the
I'm saying?
fuck.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but I knew of the back end, like, oh, you gonna come back because you know what I'm saying. You're not gonna want to be in that situation where you back with your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like you can kind of do whatever you want, especially like me working all the time. It's like you would. You know what I'm saying? But then on the back end, listen, I'm not gonna say like I'm on my future shit. Like
I was just ready to say, Future will be proud.
But listen, but listen.
I was, swear to God, I was about to say
But
that.
listen, on the back end, right? Because like now, like one time she moved her stuff out, and I'm just like, that shit was like the Fresh Prince scene when you know they
We
moved
just
all the
standing
shit out the
there.
house.
It's like, damn.
And I'm like, damn, she really left this time. Like,
Yeah.
and I was on some.
And she
like,
never came back?
Nah, she came back.
But you ain't think she was?
It was 50-50 this time because I'm just like, you know, this is like the 3rd time.
Okay, so it was more doubt
you
than
kinda-
usual.
Yeah, so I'm like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? And then I was like I had like, you know what I'm saying? I had like hot and ready to go, like Caesar's Pizza, but it was just like, I didn't even want to do that because I was just trying to be on get back. You know what I'm saying? Because the same way, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, somebody else was like in her DM, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, they like that moment of opportunity. I'm not letting that rock. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not giving a nigga any time to seize that moment of opportunity. I've been in that situation where the nigga done seized it
Damn.
and
Yeah.
ran with it.
Yeah.
And I've been a nigga to seize it and run with it.
Right.
So, like, it's just like, when you start thinking about that, it's just like, I bet. You know what I'm saying? I might give her like an hour or two, but then I'm be on her line like, damn, you know, that shit was kind of fucked up. Maybe
Yeah.
she, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is always that where, like, say y'all split off bucks, men are kind of relieved and women are hurt. and then down the line,
Yeah.
men end up being hurt.
Yeah,
and
oh
the
yeah.
women are kind of really.
Listen, I had the 2 hours I was in my bag.
Oh
and
shit! For the
my-
first
but-
day or two, you're in your bag, and then after that, when
nah,
she don't hit
nah,
you
look,
up, you're like, damn.
I'm gonna tell you what I hit rock bottom. Right, my roommate came home and he seen that her shit was gone. He was like, "Damn, listen," and I'm like, "Oh." And
Why
bro,
would he ask that?
Bro, it hurt me.
Yeah, he wasn't even supposed to ask that, bro. I wouldn't even have asked that. I would have waited till you know what I'm saying, I'd see that you're moved on and
Hey,
shit.
look, like the whole kill about it was he hopped in the shower and blasted the Rod Wave. Like, he's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. He was just really harmony on the
Yeah,
track. And I
he was a
like,
dickhead for that.
hey, bro, I called that girl like right after that too, bro. I was
Right.
like, man, I come get your stuff and all that. Like,
Yeah.
let's.
Long story short, only do it if you're truly ready
Yeah.
for that. That's a huge
Yeah.
step. You're seeing a completely opposite side of the person you're involved with that you never even knew existed.
And that's 100%. And that's
Yeah.
and that's what I'm doing. Like moving forward, like a situation that I'm with now is just like one of those things.
Yeah, don't move her in so quick, Ed.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead and play this one slow, bro.
No. Look, she's a boss. She got her own spot. And all that. Yeah.
Okay, good.
She's a
good.
boss.
All right, so we're on to the last two. We're going to get through these last two quick. We have about 10 minutes, so 5 minutes each. All right, so this one, commitment, what it truly means to men and women, the differences, etc. We're talking about the C word.
It says commitment.
Mm-hmm.
What's the question?
It just says commitment, period. What it truly means to men and women, the differences, etc. In the words of the great British Ute, 21 Savage, you can have love for someone and still stab them in the back. Loyalty is most important. I've always been big on loyalty. Shit, like we said before, what the girl was talking about before, she may love her nigga, but the dick ain't hitting, so she may, move on, and technically that's not being loyal. So commitment to me is always being loyal and disciplined. Even outside of relationships, me being committed to a job, be committed to working out, when I was playing, football in college, being committed to football, you have to be loyal and disciplined to it, and I think that's exactly the same for relationships. Me personally, commitment as far as men is loyal and being loyal and disciplined. And loyal and discipline goes on an umbrella of me being able to trust you. I can trust that you'll be disciplined enough to where you see a nigga that look better than me, you ain't gonna be quick to be on his line. I can, trust you enough to the point where, you may motherfucking be at a party, whatever, and it may be a chance where a motherfucking nigga got dick in your face, wearing sweats and got dick in your face, but you gonna be loyal to me. You know what I'm saying? And kind of, brush that to the side or whatever. So me, personally, as far as men, seeking commitment from a woman is loyalty, and discipline, to where, those two can fall under the umbrella of trust, where I can trust that you'll be loyal and disciplined enough to where you don't wild out on me. What's y'all take on it?
You know what I'm saying? I feel that, and I leave it where, like, you know what I'm saying, you're in something new. I'm gonna give you my trust until, you know what I'm saying, you don't earn it. And then it's just like one of those things, y'all can commit to each other. It's something I want to do. So it's just like, you know what I'm saying, I'm giving you all my trust. So I expect, you know what I'm saying, the same in return. Like you said, they like, you get put in a timid situation that you're not going to fold. Because, I like you said, I'm going to expect that in the back end, bad karma, what we've been talking about all show. You know what I'm saying? And we've been in that situation, and it's just like you never want to get put in that situation again. And it's just like a sense of relief. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know my girl not going to fold if she get put in that situation. So it's just like, when younger, it's just like, I don't need no commitment. I'm doing me. You know what I'm saying? But now it's just like, yeah, it feels good that, you know what I'm saying, to have that sense of commitment. And especially now with social media, you don't want to be in that situation where your girl end up on social media getting caught cheating. Because that that'll hurt you to your soul. Everybody find out. You know, it's one thing to take that L in private. When you take that L in public, that's a different monster.
You need therapy.
That you gonna need therapy. It's a different fried wave.
Yeah, keep going that fried wave. What's your take on it, Rissa?
But definitely what you two said. I think coming from a woman's perspective, I think women need to start having a conversation more with men, because kind of like Eddie said, like we've been talking about all show, women, okay, again, I'm generalizing, but this is speaking from my point of view. Women are really quick to commit sometimes without knowing if their dude is committed either. It's like you need to have that communication and have that conversation with someone to make sure that you guys are both on the same page. It kind of, like you said, like you guys both were saying, like it's loyalty. It's like that trust you have with one another, but you need to have that conversation, make sure that you are committed, because maybe the person that you're dealing with doesn't want to commit. That's not where they're at right now. So in order to have that commitment and then not be, I guess you can say scarred, because you know a lot of women are like, you know, oh, I have my heart broken.
Right.
You're probably like the next nigga. We need to have that conversation so that he's not like the next nigga, that you're on the same page. Granted, some people will lie, it is what it is, but you need to at least try and have that conversation so that you aren't committed to the wrong person, I guess you could say.
So like you said, with girls, you know, the last nigga did me dirty, so I'm looking at you the same way. What's the solution as far as some girls can't let that wall down? Another person, you know, left a comment in my inbox saying, shit, I don't have the paper, saying, you know, girls will permanently disregard future niggas off of the past niggas that ruined them or that scarred them. You know what I'm saying? And of course it's easier said than done, saying, you know, put your wall down, we're not all the same. But then what if that second nigga does the same? But what if the third nigga is that nigga, but she's not even trying to take the chance because the first two did her crazy? You know what I'm saying? Is there any way of, you know, some women just really will have a hard time of breaking that barrier? Is there any way of, you know, kind of easing the situation with them on that?
It goes back to communication, and then it also goes to like your willingness to make it work. So on the women's side, you have to, like, even if it's hard, you have to kind of say, like, listen, like, the last two people I dealt with, like, I was like, I really got fucking played. Like, I'm not like really open for anything right now. But if you really think that maybe she's the one, or you at least want to at least try, there's nothing wrong with trying. You have to put in the effort. Like, it is what it is. Like, it sucks that you guys might have to work harder.
Yeah, that's what I say. Like,
it sucks that you might have to work harder than the person before that. But that's what you have to do at that point. And I mean, even as a man, like kind of what I was saying earlier before, like, there's nothing wrong with setting your own, like, I guess boundaries. You can say, like it has to be a certain point where it's like, you know what, listen, I've done X, Y, and Z. I've tried to, like, make you more comfortable. I understand that you got hurt by, you know, the last you guys you was talking to. But at the end of the day, I'm trying my best. And if you don't feel that type of way, then I'm just going to have to move on. Because, like, someone else is going to appreciate what I'm trying to give you.
You're missing out on a blessing. I've had to do that before.
Yeah.
It happens for men as well. I know I keep going back to lyrics. I don't know. Boosie said, I had my heart broke at 13. That was way, way back. So every girl after that, it was straight payback. It happens for men as well. Like, and you know, a lot of girls be like, oh, y'all like to always go back to the reason why y'all dogs is because y'all had your heart broken before.
Right.
No man, believe me when I say this, no man, unless he's like a, you know, straight, I don't know, just pretty boy who gets any girl that, you know, looks at him, no man is born a dog. That's a fact. It's from a girl that did him dirty. So he's like, you know what? I know what y'all capable of, because this girl looked me in my face, lied to me, deceived the fuck out of me, all that, and straight flipped on me. So I know what time it is, so I'm going to get y'all before y'all get me. But again, it comes to a point where you're like, okay, maybe this is the one where it may be different. I know it's a chance of me getting hurt twice as much at the end of it, but what if it doesn't go out like that? And what if I did roll 7s or 11s on this one? Let me go ahead and try. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it. So that can go both ways for real.
In the words of Bruce Arians, no risk it, no biscuit.
Hey, I don't know. They having trouble in Tampa right now. All right, so we got the last one, which is another brought up a lot situation. How a nigga can cheat and not care about shorty that he cheated with, but when a woman cheats, she really likes bull that she cheated with. He's from PA, as you can tell. He said bull. So yeah.
So she really likes the person that she cheated with, whereas
Yeah,
him,
so-
he's just cheating to just cheat.
Yeah, so it's always like when a girl cheats, it's because she has some type of feelings or connections towards that nigga that she cheated with, as to oppose when a guy cheats, it's because all he had was hard dick and bubble gum, nothing else.
Right. And I feel like when that guy cheats, he's, you know what I'm saying, he's looking for something. You know,
As far as what? Explain that.
he's looking for something that this girl doesn't have, or, you know what I'm saying, something might have happened. He's kind of like looking for something as like a temporary.
So what if he's not going to see his girl for like another week and he's just horny? He may not be necessarily looking for something.
I feel like depending on what type of situation they got, a lot of fellas not gonna do that. But if it's like, you know what I'm saying, like, okay, if you're not really seeing your girl on a consistent, that's one of the things, you know what I'm saying, that you're not getting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like a state-to-state relationship. It's just like you're not seeing them on a regular, so you can be craving for something. That's what I'm saying. You craving for something in the next girl.
And you could be right too. Maybe she just may have as high as a sex drive as you, and it's just, kind of built up.
Right.
And you look forward in another girl. So let me ask you this, Marissa: is it true, first and foremost, that if a woman may move on, with another dude while she's in this situation, it may be more feelings involved than not?
She's gone.
I feel like, so this sounds cliche. I've never done it, but I definitely have had a ton of friends who've cheated on their guy before,
Mm-hmm.
and there was never literally no feelings involved.
Really?
And one of my good friends who, like literally as of this year, she was cheating on her dude, and it was really just because her boyfriend at the time, the sex wasn't good. Like that was it.
And that kind of backtracked to what we was talking about before.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like that's all it
Okay.
was. She literally said, I could see me marrying him. Like I think he would be a great husband. Like I want him as a husband. But like she was like, as of right now, and as far as the sex goes, like he just doesn't do it.
Man.
So
Man.
So that goes to, like you were saying, if it comes to that, and you should just bail, but it's obviously something that's keeping her there. It's everything else
it's
intact
everything else.
with it.
And I mean, I even told her to bail at that point because I just feel like I told her that, try again in the future. That's what I told her. And I mean, he's caught her cheating and he still took her back. So
She has torch.
Yeah, and it's on him. She has torch.
She's
It's
a
on
city
him,
girl.
and he knows
yeah.
what the situation is if
She's
that's the
JT.
case.
That's
Yeah,
city girl JT
so-
right there.
Yeah.
So I mean, I feel like I don't know who asked this, but I guess it can go either or. Where like you've had experience with a girl, I definitely think it's possible where a girl can cheat and more feelings are definitely involved.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, if that's the case, personally for me, I just feel like why wouldn't you just end what you already have? But that's speaking from a mature standpoint. Like I said before, if I was younger, I would just be like, girl, do your thing.
Yeah.
Do what you want to do.
Skadiddle.
Yeah.
But it's at a time now where, you're thinking more long term than we were a
Exactly.
couple of years ago.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly.
I tell all the fellas, look, if you feel like you kind of on the outs or something like that, or you might have messed up, edible arrangements. Learn her schedule when she goes to work. Well, you know what I'm saying? You got to send it to her when she's at work. And when she's all around her friends, because I'm like, you
Bro.
know what I'm saying? It's a little harder with COVID right now. Send it to her house.
Pluto would
just
be
surprise
so
her.
proud
It-
of you right now, bro.
Literally, put it on the note, just because it's Tuesday, or, you know what I'm saying? Just write. Listen, edible arrangements messed up. They don't give you 150 characters. You got to write something good in that, all right? But I'm telling you, I'm 10 for 10 on edible arrangements.
Even though it's COVID season, there's still beauty in what's going on.
Yeah.
And I see a sense in that and out of these edible arrangements for you.
Hey, and they got the sales on too. They'll send them to your email.
Damn, you know about the sales
man,
popping?
listen,
How many edible range was you sending?
I've sent 4, and I'm 4 for 4.
You're 4 for 4?
I'm 4 for 4.
Robert Ory?
Hey, listen, I'm batting 1,000, baby. Hey, but listen, I'm not doing it. Listen, that was on Get Backs. I'm in a whole different environment. I'm in a whole different
I've done it
space.
before too.
So like I plan on sending animal arrangements at this point as a gift. Not as
That
I'm
is
sorry.
that is
You know what
get
I'm
her
saying?
back on the squad.
Yeah. So
I mean, but listen, it's you say you're 4 for 4. I'm what 1 for 1 edible.
listen,
Hey.
it works.
Hey.
It works.
Basically what you're saying.
See, it works. Have you got some edible arrangements?
Not for like a get back.
Okay,
Just as a normal gift.
It was weird actually. This coworker,
Ooh. shot is shot. Okay, I know where it's going.
It was actually when I was moving back from Vegas. Actually, they gave me like a whole surprise goodbye thing.
Uh-huh.
At the end of the day, I got a little arrangement. And my manager was like, "Oh, who gave that to you?" I was like, "Obviously, you sent it to me." He was like, "No, it was X, Y, and Z." I was like, "Why would you send this to me?" I was like, "We don't even talk like that."
Dang,
2 days later, he texted me, "Did you get my little arrangement?" I was like, "Yeah, I did actually."
Wait.
That was
So
it?
he shot a shot with you on your exit. So listen, if he would have shot his shot with you, right, before you left, would you have gave him the time of day at least?
Probably
At
not.
least.
But he played it good because that's dangerous.
That's
Your
But
coworker?
Do you
That's-
play it good though? Well, I feel like because we were coworkers. Now,
Yeah, that's
granted, we
dangerous.
so the business that I was in is it was kind of like I was like dispatched. So like whatever work that came in, I would like assign to certain people.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what he was. So I would really only see him a couple of days out the week. But I mean, I was moving at the point, so at that point there was definitely no chance because I'm moving across the country. so-
exactly. So,
Uh,
see,
Double jeopardy.
yeah.
He should have gave himself a better chance when you was there.
Probably, yeah.
It would mean okay.
Yeah, that definitely makes more
Okay,
sense.
another change up. I don't listen, Dave, I don't mean to do this, but listen,
Please
because
do.
we talking about
like,
the we
seriously.
talking about the sex and stuff here. Would it make a difference if the head is A1, right, but the pussy of the dick is trash? Does that make a difference?
Let's hear it
'Cause I've
from, a,
been in-
let's hear it
I've
from
been
a female standpoint
I've been in that
first off.
situation.
I mean, as a female, well, I guess it depends on the female because I definitely feel a lot of things for like for certain females, like head is like I guess the standard.
Right.
But like for me, it's not. So like if your head is trash, well, no. If your head is, you said your head is
Head
good,
is good.
Right.
But
the
the dick
rest
is-
is trash, then no.
Ah, okay.
Because no, I wouldn't say I would have that. But I've had someone before where the dick is trash, and I'm just like, I don't think this is gonna work.
What's your take on it from a male's perspective? Female's head being great.
Yeah,
What would you prefer? First off, a great box or a great mouth?
I'm gonna go with box.
Or
Really? I'm surprised.
I'm gonna go with box.
What do you say?
it
They-
depends. if she's someone that is not just a how can I say?
Okay.
If it's not just a drive by,
I get that.
box. If
Okay,
it's something I
okay,
could,
okay.
vibe with,
Yeah.
for sure,
Okay,
box.
I get that. Then.
But I mean, if it's something, if it's a bust down, then yeah,
Hey, I was gonna say, Dave, you already know where I'm going box because it's something is law, baby. I ain't gonna say it on air. I'm gonna
wild boy.
Yeah.
That's what the
K9,
situation
baby.
is. But nah, yeah.
yeah.
So is it just so like you said, Marissa? Is it just flat out like any situation, or what if it's just someone that a sexuationship? You know what I'm saying? Would it even last that long as a sexuationship? If it's just like, would you keep a nigga around just because his head is good?
no.
Nah. Okay. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean,
It's definitely personal preference. So I mean, like it's personal preference. But so for me, no.
I think more so women would. I mean, penetration. That's
That's my
the
point.
name of the game.
That's
you know
my
what I'm
point.
saying?
That's
Like,
exactly my point. So
Yeah.
for me, no.
word.
I was about to say, so fellas, if you going at Marissa, you better have 6 figures. You better drive a Rolls Royce.
Don't come at me.
And you better be laying it down.
Don't come at me.
You better be laying it down. So if you're not money bag, yo, don't even slide in the DM.
Hey yo, wow. Let's see what the next. Oh, that was the last one. So perfect timing too. On top of that, so great topics. As you can see, we took it to the streets. Instagram. Thank you everybody for leaving the comments. I had more than capable special guests of answering the questions with me. As you can see, I truly like to thank y'all for pulling up. tonight and you know, taking on this endeavor with me.
Of course, it was fun.
Airbud is in the building, baby.
Make sure that y'all get at them on Instagram. Please drop y'all IGs for the peoples.
My Instagram is RisaB, RISAB_.
Hey, Ed Giggity, ED_Giggity.
Is that did you get? Is that from Quagmire?
Yeah, that's from Quagmire.
You,
you know
are, you know.
Giddy goo.
Yeah. So you're a spokesman of Quagmire and Future.
Yes, sir.
You're the ultimate mix, my man.
Man, I'm slowing down now. Yeah, I'm not like that no more.
I hear you.
Hey, make sure you get that one and I'm not like that no
I
more.
don't know. I mean, it's still your username. I'd like to shout out to my producer and engineer Sauce Boy for you know, making this fine-tuned machine so fine-tuned as it is. I'd like to shout out to my sponsor Fat Daddy's Barbecue with a PH. Go ahead and get at him on IG. Right. Go ahead and tell him if you listen. Hey, if they tired of that, what?
Tired from that old barbecue from down the street. Give
Give
more sauce than give you meat. Bring your big ass down.
Then bring your big ass to Fat Daddy's Barbecue, loaded at.
Hey, Fat Daddy's, I'm pulling up, man. I'm buying a platter.
I'm trying
That's
to
on
tell
me.
you, bro, you will not be disappointed.
That's gonna be at my next party.
Go ahead and follow him on Facebook, IG, YouTube, so you can get more information on all his pop-ups every Sunday from 11 to 5 p.m. I'd like to thank y'all for tuning in. If you're listening on the podcast platform, make sure that you hit subscribe. If you're watching and listening on YouTube, make sure that you hit subscribe. Until next week, I will holler at y'all. Y'all be safe, be blessed. Peace.
Rose low.
Yeah,
Wow.
you want to, that's staying in there too, motherfucker. I ain't taking that out.